My name is Lecturer Gilaji Bishop Kenya Michael Thomas speaking in Nairobi National Government. This morning, pertaining religious, political, philosophy context. I'm going to explain you the Word of God in relation to what is happening in Kenya today. In our, newspapers like this one now, Daily Nation and others. Because Kenya now is actually facing some kind of crisis because of bad politics. So I'm Bishop Kenya Michael Otome speaking here in Nairobi National Government. Mpakasi's consultancy this morning, Mpakasi Miongo Ward. As usual, I used to share the Word of God to all my listeners, particularly those who are willing to hear the Word of God. We are told actually in the book of Mark chapter 4 verse 40, does having faith mean we will never be afraid in our lives? That is now the question I want to pose, which of course we need to know from this kind of a question. Because now we are facing a lot of crises in Kenya. Like for example, now what is stated here, our governors are actually harvesting Kenyans' money and go and waste a lot of money. You can see it here. Leaving Kenyans now to be worried so much. We are told here the governor of Machakos have misused 372.91 million shillings in a kind of a burnt kind of a joyrides, luxurious kind of life. Nairobi Governor Honorable Sakaja, that is now a Finyan Deti, is the one, the governor of Machakos have wasted those kind of money I've mentioned, 372.91 million shillings. Sakaja, Nairobi Governor, has wasted 369.03 million. Kitui Governor, we are told Julius Malombe has misused 315.31 million Kenya shillings. Moses Kiarie Bandilisha Nyandarua has wasted 223.15 million. Kajiado Governor has actually wasted, Joseph Olelengo has wasted 217.71 million shillings. Going to European capital cities and Dubai and Singapore, among other nations of Africa, destinations, using millions of money in a global trotting or traveling kind of a wastage of resources. So now the question is, our counties are now in that case are facing what we call extravagance. About 10 counties, government, including Marsabit, and also other counties mentioned, which are also not in this paper, but yesterday there was. The governors have actually wasted a lot of money traveling in huge kind of delegation numbers, collectively spending about 2.4 billion Kenya shillings when human beings of Kenya are suffering. Now the question is, does having faith mean then we will never be afraid in our kind of lives now in that kind of scenario, whereby there is no food, there is no health care, there is no, people kind of any other basic necessity of life like clean water, and also people cannot afford even to take their loved children to or youth, students to institution of learning. Jesus Christ, I say now that is actually the question we need to know. Does having faith means we will never be afraid in our lives? In the book of Mark chapter 4 verse 40, Jesus Christ doesn't promise us that we will never face fearful circumstances in our lives in this fallen world of sin. So note that one clearly, that even though you are a saved person, it does not mean that you cannot face a fearful circumstances in your lives in this fallen world of sin. Instead, Christ was actually teaching human beings that time that God is greater than whatever we are facing in our lives. Not actually the problem we are incurring or facing in Kenya today because of bad governance. It is actually not as greater than God we are serving, particularly those human beings who are God-fearing. Remember also, God is in control of all situations, and we need to have faith in that case to trust in God. Although we never fail to face dangers, but knowing that God is present in the prevailing situation of in our life that is paralyzing, many things we are relying on, like resources. Remember, God is there to help us. Remember also, the godly righteous people never get starved. In the book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 18 and 19, which said that God is also promising, people resources who are, His own, that their children will never beg any bread. But this one is a blanket kind of statement. Do godly righteous people never get salvation? It is a kind of a blanket statement. They will. I am a priest myself, Bishop Kenya Michael Otome, and I'm facing a lot of challenges together with my family. Not that we are not actually God-fearing human beings, but that is the nature of the world we are living now. It is we are living in a fallen world of sin. Since actually our first parent fell short of God's glory, that is Adam and Eve, in the book of Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. After they have disobeyed God, that kind of a problem is actually still pursuing us, is still following us. Even though you are saved, even though you are God-fearing person, is still following us actually. So remember that the devil uses that kind of attacks to give us a lot of disparate kind of lives. Remember also even Job. Today in the morning I've learned about Job. He has lost all members of his family and all his wealth and his health because of God giving Satan permission to test him in a kind of a limited kind of a permission, not to touch his body or heart to kill him, but he has cleared all the children, all the wealth of Job, and also all his health was actually nearly to be destroyed completely because he had a very terrible kind of boils all over his body. So remember today that we righteous human beings also, God-fearing, we are not far from facing challenges. So today, in what we have now seen in this kind of a newspaper we are reading, we are seeing that many human beings in Kenya are facing a kind of a terrible kind of persecutions or oppressive kind of a government of our president, Dr. His Excellency Sir William Samuel Ruto. The Kenya state economy is becoming actually in a very vulnerable or very terrible kind of a state. All right, the Kenya state economy is in a bad state, in short. And also, what is causing this problem is due to rampant kind of corruptions, which is bringing now to us a kind of a high cost of living in Kenya. So I, Bishop Kenya Michael Otome, I'm looking forward to be United States of Kenya Republic President, which of course I'm going to have also some other helpers like retired United States of Kenya Republic incoming government Vice President, His Excellency Honorable Nico Kubo from Bungoma, who was a Kenya Army retiree, was also on ballot paper 2007 elections. December 27, 2007 elections. He was actually on ballot paper. So I'm also going to have another helper called retired United States of America former president, a son of Luo here, Kenya, a Nilotic group, who has ruled America fairly for almost 10 years, close to 10 years. His Excellency Dr. Barack Hussein Obama is going to help us. I'm just going to be a ceremonial kind of a president myself, together with my vice president. He's going to be a very powerful president, powerful prime minister in that case. His Excellency Barack Hussein Obama. There's nothing we can teach him because he has actually taught and ruled people in a good way how to live in America for close to 10 years. So he's not short of knowledge and also understanding and wisdom to help Kenyan. He is bad area, a bad country, because he is a son of Kenya, born by his father is a Luo, Nilotic ethnic group here, I'm also from Luo, that kind of an Arabic group myself, also Samburu subtribe. My mom is coming from there, but I'm an Israelite person myself. I'm a crossbred between the Samburu mother and also an Israelite. I don't have to repeat that one all the time. So I afford, actually, I vow to fight the crafter if I will be elected as actually the 6th president of the United States of Kenya Republic come next government. I have actually, as a priest, I can vow, give people a kind of an oath to say I promise God and human beings that I'm going to serve them fairly in the next government. Without such a kind of a band of money, about 6.6 million on joyrides, like what we are seeing here. People are burning money, wasting money when Kenyans are dying of anger and other social ills. All right, like these governors you are seeing. This is just few, just to mention a few, because they cannot fit in this kind of a newspaper of Friday, March 7, the number of God, 2025. They don't fit. So we have Honorable Wavinya Ndeti, Machakos, we have wasted a lot of money. We have also Honorable Johnson Sakaja of Nairobi, has wasted a lot of money. I cannot repeat how much, because I've said it there. We have also Honorable Julius Malombe of Kitui, has wasted a lot of money. Moses Kiarie Bandilisha, has wasted a lot of money. Honorable Joseph Lengo also likewise. And so it is not actually good. That's why even Raila Amolo Odinga in this newspaper today is saying, which way are we supposed to go? You can see him here. He's also in a kind of he's an old man. He's so much, he's unable to answer some of these problems. That's why he's saying, which way are we to go in that case? Maraga also, the former Chief Justice, is also saying that the country is in a bad state. He's saying here. And he has been actually, Chief Justice for some time. Okay. Although he was implicated to be a bit, messing up also himself in that kind of a docket. Having actually, I don't know what he has done to another woman. He has, born a child and refused to help the woman during his tenure as a Chief Justice. But anyway, what we are seeing here is saying the country is also in bad, rampant kind of corruption, and it's not good for the country to be in that kind of a state. We are also seeing that the judiciary is facing problem because, Judiciary Service Commission want to remove Honorable Chief Justice Mother Kome and all 7 justices of the Supreme Court because they are so corrupt. So you can see even now Mother Kome is worried here, and I believe she will leave office very soon. So anyway, what we are seeing is actually the country is not moving in a kind of a right direction. All right? It's not moving in the right kind of direction at all. Because our governors have banned Kenya shilling 6.6 billion money to go on official and unnecessary abroad and kind of a luxurious kind of trips. The 10 top counties which are becoming so terrible, we are told Machakos has wasted 372.91 shillings, Kenya shillings, millions actually. Okay, 372.91 million. Nairobi, 369.3 million. Kitui, 315.31 million. Nyandarua County Government has wasted also the governor there 223.15 million. Kajiado Lilengu has also wasted 217.71 million. Kakamega County Government Governor has wasted 215.48 215.48. Meru Governor has wasted actually 202.22. Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o has also wasted 196.11 million. Busia Governor has wasted also 189.86 million. Baringo Governor has wasted also 185.98 million. Machakos Governor likewise has wasted 320.42 million. Kitui Governor has also likewise repeatedly here has again wasted 279.9 million. Nairobi likewise, Nyandarua and Kajiado and Meru and Kakuma and Uasin Gishu likewise has wasted a lot of money. Okay, Uasin Gishu also governor has wasted koti moja 175.56 million. Kisumu governor likewise has wasted again on several occasions again 172.3 million, and Baringo likewise have wasted actually 173 again 0.808 173.08 money. So that is actually what we are seeing here, and these travel expenditures have been also a lot of counties mentioned here. Bungoma likewise, Homa Bay, Trans River, Tana River, Turkana, Nakuru, Murang'a, Siaya, Nairobi, Kiambu, Kisii, Kericho, Bomet, Nyeri, Makueni, Wajir, Marsabit has also wasted a lot of money, even Marsabit. Okay, a total of 108 million 0.69. Okay, all this kind of stuff. Turkana likewise have wasted a lot of money, and the list continue. People wasting money. Even in Samburu County, 85.84 million shillings are wasted, and Laikipia likewise, and so forth and so forth. And Trans Nzoia, Elgeyo Marakwet, Tharaka Nithi, Garissa, Mandera, Isiolo, Nyamira, people are wasting money. But the top 10 are Nairobi, Mombasa, Machakos, Kitui, Lamu, Nakuru, Busia, Laikipia, Kisumu, Nyeri. They are the ones who have used a lot of foreign travel expenditures, more than the rest, but all of them are affected. So what do I have to say to tell Kenyans? Okay, Raila Amolo Odinga went to 50 by 50 also sharing of government there. He want to remove all, Kashagwa members of people in a kind of a parliament kind of seat, chairmanship positions. He want to remove MPND Nyoro and James Kabuya, Katoni wa Muchumba, Wanjuku Ruia, Muya, Karemba, Muchungi, somebody like that, Sekilembu, Joy, even Senators Nyotu and also Kinyua Senator, and also the Metu Senator, and also Watangwa Karunga, something like that. So we'll have very few Kikuyus, and Meru Disingema in parliament kind of position of authority and leadership, or DM or Orange Democratic Party will be given such kind of powerful committees, kind of sharing 50 by 50 kind of government kind of portfolios. Mukate Nusu in that case. Raila Amolo Odinga will have 50, and then all the kind of sharing of resources in Kenya. Kikuyus, that is mainly Jaluos, and then Kalenjin in that case. So anyway, that is now what we are having here in Kenya. So I cannot continue talking a lot. What I want you to know that even for you not to forget, even suffering people, God can permit us sometimes to test us, our faith, how we are faithful to God. Like the way he has tested even Job, and he actually succeeded in that kind of a mitiani. So remember, even yourself, you need to pass that kind of exam in your faith, and me too. And remember that I'm going to be President of Kenya Republic President, God willing. Visited even the President Church, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei, the current President, faith evangelistic kind of ministry church, family church of the President at current, near the police station there. And all the followers told me they will actually vote for me, including the priest. The President went and gave out money to another untrained priest church, which is called, it is called Jesus Celebration Center, kind of a ministry. It's not a church. It is not mentioned as a church. It's a ministry. So he gave them actually 20 million, and other people are saying 150 million. And now the youths are objecting that. I agree with them 100%. The church now is going to be taken over by Gen Z, Generation Z, their youth, as from next Sunday. Next Sunday on 9th, I also concur with all youth of Nairobi to go and pray there and remove that kind of a priest called Mwai, which is not also trained priest actually. People are saying it's not trained priest. So the president went, he did not actually wait me in his church. The only thing I received was actually a pen which is okay because nowadays hata kalamu ni ina nguvu sana. Silaha ya ukweli siku hizi ni kalamu. So he gave me a kind of a faith evangelistic ministry family church pen because I'm going to marry his daughter, Honorable Charlene Ruto, and he also gave me a notebook, a very nice notebook, and also what to carry about in that notebook. We also take a cup of tea and also one mandazi. And the priests are so much cooperative, particularly the priest who is in charge of the church, which is so highly trained. He's called Reverend Joshua Kabina. Kabina is a Luya, I believe so, most likely. Anyway, I don't know, but it's called Kabina. People are saying it's a Luya. And other priests also, Kikuyus, and many of them also, the president have employed them, but they are highly trained. I've tried to interact with them, but the institution they are graduated at, they mentioned to me is actually accredited universities in Kenya. So he has actually, the president has so many priests, pastors in his church, which is okay. And also a lot of security men. Also, when you go there, you have to make some kind of a good kind of a, appointment. And so the first lady, Honorable Rachel Shabet, the wife of the president, first lady, Honorable Excellency, Madam Rachel, was also in the church, but it was actually praying online for other people also to hear. And also the preacher was called Reverend, Ann. He looked like a Kikuyu. So anyway, we have enjoyed the president church, and you are free to go there if you wish. They can give you a pen. They can also give you a book which bears this kind of a brand. Called Family Church or Faith Evangelistic Ministry Family Church of the President. It's a good church with so many thousands of followers. Otherwise, I can also tell you to go there if you wish, because it's a good church. Like Moi also church, Kabartonjo was also Pastor Moi pastor at African Church Kabartonjo 2002, close to 2002, and I went there to do my internship from Kapsawe College when I was the third year, before I went to fourth year, and I was also accepted as the priest there after graduation. I graduated in 2000 from Kapsawe College, and I graduated also from other universities. 2004, even Vision International University, Ramona, California, University of America, an affiliate campus here in Limuru. And others also have completed their Islamic studies, Columbia International University here in Kenya, distance learners. And that's why I ended up being a teacher in theology, teaching, paramilitary general service unit here in Nairobi National Government for many years, 12 years, as a volunteer civilian spiritual affairs instructor. 2004 to 2016, and also I've taught also pastors of African Church beside the college in Narrow County Government and Covenant College of Mission International, Narrow County Government pastors. But now I'm a politician looking forward to be Kenya president come 2027 election. So I'm speaking here in Nairobi National Government and Pakaze, constituency, East constituency, all right, and Miango Ward. I used to 40 year in Nairobi Social Hall. So I am also a Kenyan now, which will be the president 14 year in Nairobi. I'm the only one who is actually going to 40 year among all the candidates so far, which I believe I will defeat them come 2027 elections. Otherwise, I pray for you all Kenyans and also the nation living with us and other nation countries also. And I'm still requesting the President of America to help us to excuse Marsabit County Government, where I come from. Human beings were buried in our church, African Church, Songa, and also Anglican Church of Marsabit likewise. Three priests, one British, Stephen Houghton, Gabra priest, also were affected by, mysterious kind of death in helicopter crash. All right. Bishop Andrew, Tuye of Gabra of Anglican Church Marsabit, and also priest also Bishop William Wako, Romo Borana, is also there in Musgrave, and also Songa, my 8 youths who are in Musgrave of Anglican Church, although I'm given the church, but 25 stations, particularly 24 signs. One I have forgotten to write down, but the government actually has given me to be called interdenominational church international, but I need soldiers, which of course the deputy president office have promised me to wait. Anytime I will be given anti-terror police to go and then start the ministry there up country, Marsabit, near the border of Kenya and Ethiopia, and also near, we are not very far from Somalia because we are bordering Wajir county government or federal, Wajir constituency. Wajir county government, yes, it is, which is actually predominantly Muslim and Somalis, which are extending to Bandera, Garissa, and Somalia, Mogadishu. Otherwise, we are not also far from Ethiopia border. Kenya. We are just in the same kind of almost countries, borders. So the African Church Bishop Mulwa has no objection. Also Kitala and also even Reverend Kitala, Reverend Bishop Mulwa. They have no objection for me to take those stations of African Church up country because they are defeated to run, and it has a lot of missing even Americans and other missionaries from abroad. They are killed, obvious, most of them, like because we have discovered those few ones. So we are going to check the whole station. How many of them are buried also in other stations? Because we have Americans, so many of them. I've listed close to 20 outsiders, American, Germans, and also other areas, Canadians probably, which are these missionaries, which have been stolen in 2001, including myself also, and other priests also Africans are affected. Because of part of us, some of our priests of African church have alluded with the terror group to kill us, to stone us, especially those who are not trained. They go to cybers and pick, certificate degrees, like Siole now, which we have discovered, with that church now with 8 people buried inside. His stomach is protruding, selling pipes to Ethiopia, together with Bishop Lamaredo Marsabit, Anglican African Inland Church, and fake priest also called Daniel Siole. Another teacher also is there, primary school teacher of Songa Primary School, Sabo Council de Songa location. 3 of them are becoming, protruding stomachs. They are eating a lot of money and killing human beings. So I propose this matter, and the government, I am sure, they will take actually a very severe kind of, judgment upon these human beings. And God wrath will also come upon them, like what had happened to Akan family in Joshua 7, verse 24. They are all buried for interfering and selling God's properties and misusing God's, things were prohibited. And so Lemaret also have sold a part of, my church, African Church Songa. Sold close to 3 acres with a building which was a dispensary, block kind of a house with about 4 rooms, 5 there, about 4 rooms. All right, together with a kitchen and all this kind of stuff. A block house actually, with 20,000, and it was given 15 and remaining 5, together with 2 other, church elders, Mr. Barnaba Manja, Mr. Philip II Lekapana, 3 of them, with the 20,000. And the assistant chief Solomon Alcayo, which went on retire recently, gave them about 15,000, and the remaining 5, I don't know whether that's given them or not. But so they have sold the church premises. We have all these documents, and I've also given them to the government, to the president, to deputy president, Professor His Excellency Kindiki, and also His Excellency the President of Kenya have all this kind of information. Dr. Isa, Dr. William Samuel, His Excellency. So I know they will take action actually, because you cannot loot God and go safely. You can't. You cannot break the law of God and the law of the land and you are a safe person. No, never in life. It is not biblically true for you to get safe. So those human beings are just waiting to be executed, definitely. There's no doubt. Or to be jailed forever because of Kenya now don't kill human beings. Particularly those 3 human beings. Lamadada, Bishop Lamadada Marsabit, fake priest Daniel Sole, and also Mr. Francis Lekanabal, The headmaster also is alluding with them to sell those human being blood, or those youths. 8 of them in the massacre in Songa, 4 university, 4 choir members of mine. So they will face a severe, punishment, because they have to tell the government and also Americans what has transpired. Why are they stoning, allowing, particularly those people to be affected, all of us. All right? And they themselves, their stomach are protruding like pregnant women because they're eating human flesh in form of money, selling them their blood, which are still crying from the ground in Genesis chapter 4, verse 19. May God bless human being living in Kenya and beyond. Amen.